at term verbs. Term verbs. Now, there are two types of verbs that you have. We all know that verbs are action words. When you say things like slap, that's the action you're slap. That's an action you're trying to slap somebody. Walk, you're taking a walk. Washing of dishes. You understand? So these verbs, some of them are done in a very quick, fast tempo, whereas some take time. The ones that are done in a very fast tempo, they don't need to have the ing ending. They just need to remain in their base. Whereas the ones that take longer time to finish, those are the ones that need ing. Like when you say slap, I saw him slap him, or I saw him slap her. Slap doesn't take time to do. So it's simple. You don't say I saw him slapping her because it doesn't take time. I saw him leap over the fence. Leap. To jump over the fence doesn't take time, it's not jump. But when you want to say things like I saw her washing the dishes, washing takes time. I saw him frying plantain, that takes a whole lot of time. You understand? But those verbs that are done shorter, in a shorter interval, you don't need the ing ending to them. And that is what we consider when we look at term verb. For the short ones, you see things like see him take a fat salute. Want to salute somebody very fast. You don't say saluting because it doesn't take longer time. He saw him leap over the fence. You can't say he saw him leaping over the fence. Leaping, no. He saw him leap over the fence. And you talk about she saw him come into the room. You want to come into the room, you just take a step from here, enter. So it's shorter. So there's nothing like I saw him coming into the room. I saw him come into the room. And for the longer ones, like she is washing the dishes now. Washing takes time. That's when you put the ing, washing. Instead of she washed the dishes, now you say she is washing because it's taking time. You can see it at the moment that it's taking longer time to. So that is what we consider when we look at term verbs. If it is short tempo, it is fast tempo, it's done in shorter time, you leave it at the base of the vowel and the verb. This slap, dance, those are short interval action or words. But the ones that take longer, like frying plantain, takes time. Watching television takes time. You understand? Those are the ones you put the ing in. So that's where we're going to come to the end. Please hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions and concerns, drop them in the comment section. Thank you. God bless. You can use for revision when we stop teaching. So welcome. Today we are going to be looking at rules of Concord. Today we are going to be looking at what? Rules of Concord. If you're able to know the rules of Concord, you see that answering JAMB questions will be, or other English questions will be very easy for you. Number one rule saying that subject verb concord. And I told you that what concord simply means what? It means what? Agreement. You understand? In English language. Say subject verb concord. When subject is singular, the verb should be what? Singular too. Whenever the subject is what? Singular, the verb should as well be what? Singular. And whenever the subject is plural, the verb should also be what? Plural. You know what subject is it not? You know what object is. You know what complement is. We've done that in this class, isn't it? Now, example of subject verb concord is when you say he goes. Is that clear? He goes. He, is it singular or plural? Singular, because you're talking about one person. He. If it is plural, it would have been what? They. You understand? So whenever you use that singular subject, he, the verb must be what? Singular. Goes. Whenever you have most verb with s ending, it simply means, is that clear? Unlike in noun, if you have noun and you have s, it simply means the plural verb. But in verbs, when it has s, when the word has s, it is the word singular verb. Is that clear? Is that clear? Look at it again. Goes, is it a verb or a noun? Verb. You understand? If you have any word that is a noun, like orange, and you put s, oranges, is it the plural or the singular? Plural. But the opposite, when you're talking about verb, is the opposite. Is that clear? The verb that has S at the back is normally the singular verb. Is that clear? Whereas the one that does not have X or ES is the word plural. Is that clear? Do you understand it? And we made mention of it before this one. If you don't you see it. Isn't it? It's there already. So, singular goes with what? Singular. Is that clear? So now we have he goes. You can never say he go. Is that clear? He goes to school every day. Not he go to school every day. That is the wrong English. Is that clear? Now we have the boys go. Can you see? Boys is what? Plural or singular? Plural. You understand? And it goes with a plural verb, which is what? Go. Is that clear? The boys go to school every day. The boy go to school every day. And you cannot say the boys goes. Does it sound good in the ear? The boys go to school every day. Is that clear? Did you get rule number 1 very well? Did you get it very well? Now, rule number 2 says subject, object, concord. Subject, object, what? Concord. And as I said before, we've already done what subject and what object is, isn't it? Now we say subject, object, concord. When everybody, everyone, etc. is used, the object will be his, her. Is that clear? That is his or what? Her. Now, an example will say, you cannot use there as in e.g. Everybody knows his or her name. You cannot say everybody knows their name. Is that clear? Everybody knows his or her what? Name. Whenever you use everybody or everyone, you must use a singular object. Is that clear? It must go with a what? Singular object. Because now, the mistake you will make is that when you say everybody, it will be like the people are plenty. So you will not say everybody knows their name. That is the wrong English. You see, but that's one thing with Concord. You can easily make mistakes because if you just check it normally the way you do English, you just make simple mistakes. Are you saying the rules? It comes out in JAMB or every year. It comes out every year. Everybody knows his or her what? Name. That's the right English. Not everybody knows their name. Is that clear? Is that clear? You also say everyone knows his or her name. You understand? Not everyone knows their name. Then number 3 rule says mandative or subjunctive concord. Mandative, subjunctive concord. You say when recommendation, resolution, demand, wish, suggestion, or prayer is involved in a sentence, the verb of the class should be plural. The verb should be what? Plural. And I've explained what plural verbs are, isn't it? Now, the verb should be plural, whether the subject is singular or plural. Is that clear? Example is when you say, it has been recommended that he go away. You say this. It has been recommended that he go away. But you know that he is supposed to be with what? Goes. But whenever you use such word as recommended, or demand, or resolution, or wish, or suggestion, you must use what? It must be what? Plural. Plural verb, which is what? Go. Which is what? Go and not goes. Do you know why? You use it that way because if you want to write this sentence completely, it would have been, it has been recommended that he should go away. He should go away. You understand? But now they removed what? Should. Should is removed. You understand? So this should have been, it has been recommended that he should go away. But we remove should. That's why the go didn't change from go to what goes. Is that clear? Now, when you say, I pray that God help. I pray that God help. You cannot say, I pray that God helps. Because if you're writing this sentence in full, you would have been what? I pray that God should what? Help. Is that clear? So whenever you see such word as what? Pray. Can you see that? Pray. Recommended. You understand? You always assume that there is a word that has been removed. So you think, what if that word is there? how would English, how would the grammar, how would this have gone? Is that clear? Is it clear? Good. Then the fourth rule says a pair of concord. Whenever you're using a pair of, you normally use a pair of in your English language, is it not? You use a pair of often. So you say when a pair of trousers, shirts, etc. is used, it attracts a singular word, verb. Pair simply means two, but is it not? Two. So you see that whenever you want to say a pair, you'll be tempted to say, since it's more than one, that you use a plural verb. Is that clear? But the rule is telling you that once you use a pair, that the pair simply means that it should go with a singular word, verb. Is that clear? And so that's why it said it attracts a singular verb, such as is, was, has, goes, dances. I told you that the singular is the one that has s, is it not? Has, goes, instead of go, goes, dance, instead of dance, dances. Dances is a singular, is it not? So you now say, example, a pair of shares lies. Understand? Shares, it means pair of shares. You would have said it's two shares, that it should be lie, not lies. But once you use a pair, it has to be singular verb. Is that clear? A pair of shares lies on the kitchen shelf. Is that clear? Yes. Do we understand these rules? Yes.
Since you use the word pair, why would you put S in the shirt?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the rule just says. That whenever you are using a pair, you understand? It doesn't matter. The pair of shares is the way the grammar goes. But the verb has to be what? Singular. Because you understand, is the rule. The rule says that whenever a pair, this concord, a pair is used, that you must use lies. Lies, which is the singular word. What is the singular word? What is lies? Singular word, verb. Is that clear? A pair. What do you say? A pair of trousers. A pair of trousers. Pair is normally two. You understand? But it's saying that once that English is used, a pair, it has to come along with a singular word, verb.